everybody. We are sitting here with the lovely, the talented, the gorgeous, the beautiful Tanedra Howard. How are you?
I'm good today. How are you?
Now, how I met and got acquainted with Tanedra is by watching Scream Queens.
Yes.
Now, I don't know if you guys seen Scream Queen, the reality show.
I hope you did.
But Tanedra was like the Mike Tyson of Scream Queen. She was knocking them out like pow pow.
Yeah, I was gonna eat their kids. They bite the ear off.
Girl, you was eating their kids, they animals.
I was trying, girl.
What was it like being on? Because wait a minute, because you was a Hooter girl at first, right?
Yes, I was. That was my job previous before that, and yeah, one of my friends found the casting notice on Craigslist, to say the least. Yeah, Craigslist. And so we both went. It was an open call at Happy Endings in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah, on Sunset.
It was open
They
call.
have good fried cheesecake.
I know. Trust me, I already know. And so yeah, we went to the open call, and I got a call back, and then just kept going from call back to, okay, we like you, read for producers, call back, and then you're sequestered in a hotel, you can't go home, and to you've made the show. And it was like that quick, like it was fast.
So you went from serving chicken wings to being on the camera on TV with millions of people.
And my life completely changed around in less than like 3 weeks.
Wow.
3 weeks, yeah.
Okay, now I watched the show and I saw there was moments where it was like you had some moments where I was like, she's gonna kill somebody.
I felt
but
like
you channeled it into killing them with your talent.
And you have to, because if any of you guys saw the show, you know I was the only black girl on the show. So you couldn't miss me because I'm like a flying milk. But
couldn't miss you because of your talent.
Oh, thank you. But it was just hard because I was out of my element. I was away from my family. Everything was happening so fast. And on reality, they try to keep you in this time of no space, so you never know what's happening next. Right. And then you're not secure because each day you wake up, you could be going home.
Right.
So you have that on your brain as far as, like I said, missing your family, but you got to get these lines down. You're trying to beat out these other girls who now kind of want someone to become your friends. You don't want to see them go, but you know they need to go if you want to.
That's competition.
Right. So it just takes you through a whirlwind, and that's why you see, and when you're in a house that small with girls, and with no TV, no telephone, no internet, no newspapers.
Really?
They took away everything. You're stripped of completely everything. Then you just start to notice little things for other people because that's all you have to look at every day.
Right.
And so then people start to get on your nerve, and you're like, oh my God, why you blink like that? Why you got to blink that much for real? Like, little things, but you just, and then they try to sabotage you because they want to knock you off your game so they can win. So it's a mental thing. You have to be mentally ready to handle something like that.
But you were new to the acting world, right?
Yeah, and that was another thing they picked. Not, I don't want to say picked on me, but we're just like, I probably don't have a chance because I had never taken any acting classes. And so the girls there on my show had graduated from Stella Adler.
Right.
And I know one girl, Lindsay, was on the show. She had her own television show on Nickelodeon for 4 years called Caitlin's Way. So she had her own TV show. And so all these people are, well, I'm at this academy in New York City. And they're like, Tanedra, what do you do? I was like, oh, I memorize lines to movies and I rehearse in the bathroom. I'm about to win.
You know what? Sometimes, Tanedra, when you have someone who have all that on their belt, they have this a cockiness where they feel like they're untouchable.
Right.
But your instrument was like open. You were like,
and I was absorbing everything. What they did know is that they were teaching me, and I was learning off of them. You just sometimes have to use your surroundings. Like if you're on a desert island somewhere, you have to use what you have to stay alive. And that's what I'll pick a little bit from not from what she's doing, but her technique, and then I see what she's doing and see ways I can implement that with me. So they were actually teaching me as the show went on. They didn't know, and I didn't tell them.
Right.
Of
course not.
You got to keep it a secret. So that was what I did to make it through, and it worked.
And the winning. What you won was a part in Saw.
I did a part in Saw 6, the horror film, Lionsgate.
With your arm cut off? You had to cut your arm off?
I had to cut my own arm off to stay alive. Because funny though, originally I was supposed to die.
Really? And I saw that you lived.
I lived.
So that means something.
I'm in the Guinness Book of World Records because I had the opening scene and I'm black and I didn't die. Woo!
Shut up.
Girl, yeah, I'm a Wikipedia and everything. I got a Wikipedia page.
That is awesome.
Thank you. But yeah, but it was a lot of fun, and it was an eye opener. That's when I first discovered blogs, how bad those can be, how negative people can be. And
that means you've made it though.
Yeah, according to them, I shouldn't have, and I was hurt and I was depressed for a long time. Like, these people don't even know me, and they calling me ghetto hood this, blah blah blah, and now that I've experienced that,
embrace it.
Exactly.
Embrace it. Girl.
Exactly, and it's actually kind of made me stronger because it's like if they're not talking about me, then what am I doing?
Who are you?
Exactly.
So now let's fast forward to now. Yes. You are a color girl.
I am a color girl. I'm the lady in orange. Mm-hmm. Yes. And
what is this piece like for you?
It's like a self cleanse. Like, I haven't been through every situation that the ladies have gone through, but it's funny, the situation that I have, well, I have a piece, a monologue in here that I'm talking to a guy, telling him basically, like, I loved you and you just cheated on me and you went to this girl and you left me alone, and all I had was music and it was funny because that same situation happened to me. So
and a million others,
honey. And so that that's not rehearsed. Like, that is coming from a place. Right. And this poem really, it's like a self cleansing. You can just relate to everything these women
getting it out.
And even if you didn't experience it, some of the stuff I didn't. I held friends who were raped.
Right.
I held friends who had one of my friends. her nephew was murdered, and I witnessed it, so I know, the Bo Willie, when so I've been through something. It's just,
so it's your way of speaking out for that girl, the girl that's going through something who don't have a voice,
who doesn't have a voice, and you're just there for her. And it is about sisterhood. Like, we're sharing our stories and we're comforting each other, and we laugh together, we cry, we dance, and
What would you say to people out there to encourage them to come see this production? And do you think it's just for women, or are you?
Oh no, it's. I was gonna say I would encourage a lot of men to come and see this play, because sometimes you guys take our women's feelings for granted. You do, and sometimes you self.
Say it, girl. Say it.
Self-satisfy yourself, and you don't, understand what we go through.
Oh.
So it can be an eye-opener to men to see that, yeah, we are emotional, but there's a reason. For every action, there's a reaction. I wouldn't react like this if you wouldn't treat me this way. So, and it could change the way men deal with women and how they, handle them. We're delicate creatures. We may be sometimes tough on the outside, but we're delicate. We're nurturers. That's what we do. God gave us this. We're naturally emotional. So it's kind of like, I would just say, and for women who don't have that voice, who probably, is going through something, right? You can hear this story. Maybe it'll encourage you to come out, or just to go and see that and go, it's all right for me to feel this way, and I can get over it. And
nothing's wrong with me.
Nothing is wrong with me. And tomorrow's a new day. When I open my eyes, it's a blessing that God touched me on my eyelids and told me to wake up, and you can deal with it.
Right.
And so I'm about to cry right now. It's a beautiful.
Don't make me cry. I do not have on waterproof mascara,
Tanedra. You have to come and see it. I encourage everybody, men and women. I don't know about children because we got some choice words, but definitely, it's for the family. Bring everybody out. Young women too, especially young ladies who probably haven't gone through this, but maybe on their way. Wanting to give that man your virginity, or wanting to get out and sneak out to go be with this guy, or getting drunk when you shouldn't supposed to. It can be for the woman who's coming up.
Right.
So it's for everybody, I think.
So is there anything in the future that is a must do for Tanedra?
To keep, just not a must do, because I want to try to tap in everything in my life. I just know I must stay afloat. I got to stay positive. I keep my religion first, and I just keep it moving. I take it day by day, and that's all. That's the must for me, just to succeed and to do. I chose this field of acting, and that's where I want to succeed. So.
And FYI, she likes Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
I love Flamin' Hot Cheetos, okay? If anybody makes me mad, you want to make up to me, Flamin' Hot Cheetos and a Mango Madness Snapple and a Snicker on the side. And we friends. I don't even know what happened, why we even argue what happened, but Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
And so are you on Facebook or Twitter?
I'm on Facebook. I don't know the URL. I didn't get that deep.
I never know that on Facebook.
I'm still figuring out Facebook 2 years later.
But you're on Twitter too, right?
I'm on Twitter, and I know that's Twitter. www.twitter.com/Tanedra Howard. That's me. No spaces, just Tanedra Howard. And yes, I tweet anything I feel. I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed. So I may say some things you're like, oh my God, I can't believe Tanedra said that. I said it.
So you got to follow her on Twitter.
Follow me on the Twitter. Tweet me.
All right, so that's Lady Orange.
Oh, and make sure you guys go see Saw 7 because I'm in that as well. And I'm going to be in 3D. Yeah.
See, I didn't know if you, because I knew that you were going to be in Saw 7, but I didn't know if you could talk about. Okay.
So. Oh, yeah, I can. So we already wrapped. They wrapped April 7th, so it'll be out October 22nd. So please go see that instead of.